Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and it is time to play my deck of TBR game for the month of October. Like I said, it's time to pick my TBR, and I am very excited for October. But before I explain why, let's just review how September went. So I had these 5 reads. For Bought Used, I picked On Mystic Lake by Kristen Hanna, and I did read this. For Shortest Book, I picked Sea Prayer by Khaled Hosseini, and I did read this. For Mom Pick, my mom picked A Burning by Megha Majumdar, and I did read that. For Play My TBR Right, I won the game, and so then I chose Normal People by Sally Rooney, and I did read this. And then lastly, I got the prompt hardcover, and I picked Yerba Buena. I have not read this. However, it is the 21st of the month, and I am home with my family for a long period of time because we were sick. So I have been able to read a lot of books, so I will definitely be able to read that one, especially because it's fairly short. Yeah, 270 pages or something like that. So I should be able to read this one. I think I also have an audiobook of this one, so we'll definitely get done in the next 9 days. So that's a win on my deck of TBR game. Woohoo! October, I am participating in Ketchup-a-thon, which is a readathon put on by Krista from Books and Jams and Amy from Amy's Bookish Life here on YouTube. They are hosting this Ketchup-a-thon to catch up on all of our Book of the Month books that we have not read. And I have all of them sitting in front of me because I'm hoping to pick all Book of the Month picks for my deck of TBR game as well. They have this really cute idea where you build a burger. Each prompt that you need to fulfill with a book somehow relates to an ingredient that you would add to your burger. So you need to pick a bun, and you need to pick what type of burger, and then you can pick the sauce and the toppings, and it is so fun. And then you get to choose fries too on the side, which is just kind of fun activities that you can do throughout the readathon. Now their readathon lasts for I think 2 months in October, or 2 weeks in October, but I am planning on just doing it the whole month of October, reading as many Book of the Month books as I can. So let's reset the board here. I need to pick a different prompt for the 8 of Hearts, and it starts with initials. So I need to have an R or an L somewhere, I guess. I picked the prompt, but I don't know my own rules for the prompt. So let's see. Oh, I am going to replace my bomb book too. You probably can't see it over there, but it was Les Mis last time, and I am going to reshuffle my bomb books. I need to add some new bomb books to this list because it is running slim. Anyway, let's pick this one. The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I don't want to read that. It's not a Book of the Month. Let's hope I don't get a joker. If you don't know the rules to my deck of TBR game, I pick 5 cards from a standard deck of cards with 1 joker, and each card refers to a prompt on the board, or we have this Ace, King, Queen, Jack, which do not change throughout the time. And then there's also a bomb book, which is a book that I am intimidated by, I'm scared of, and that is the joker card. I reshuffle the cards that I draw back into the deck, and if I draw the same card twice in one game, I have to add another draw, or if I draw 3 of the same number, I have to, number or letter, I have to add another draw, up to 8 draws, I think. So I start with 5, can be up to 8, and I don't even have my deck of cards. Uno momento. Here it is. I use a deck of cards that we got, that my husband and I got, that have our pictures on them, our engagement pictures, and we had people sign them for our wedding. But I was able to make a deck out of the cards that people didn't sign. So we originally got 4 decks of cards. Oops. And I was able to put together one full deck with no signatures on them, or messages or whatever people wrote on them as a guest book kind of thing for our wedding. So I've got my book of the months here. Maybe I should show them to you. I've got all my unread book of the months here, and I'm hoping that prompts will work in my favor to pick those books. I'm scared, but that's okay. Here we go. First draw, a 5 of spades. 5 of spades, a 4+ word title. I think we can do that with my book of the month. Let's see. 4+. Okay. This has 5 words, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I've heard great things about this book, but also Jenny from Jenny King is reading it right now, I think, and she's not liking it as much. So Jenny and I feel like we have very similar tastes, and if she doesn't like this, that makes me a bit nervous. Nevertheless, I'm excited to read it. It is about a couple who meet via a video game, or they have a video game in common. They create a video game together. I don't know. I am excited to see the relationship that they have and what this novel brings. So that is my first book. Let's replace the prompt, 5 of spades, with seasonal. So one that would remind me of the fall, or maybe spooky because it's October. Okay. We'll put the 5 of spades back in, and we'll shuffle a couple of times. Oops, completely missed. Okay, let's see what the next card is. A 4 of spades. Interesting. 4 of spades. Young adult. Ooh. None of my book of the months are young adult. Darn it. I will check my young adult shelves and I'll be back with you. So I guess we're just going with repeated words because my first book was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, and now I'm choosing Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon. I don't know much about this one. It is about a young woman who is basically allergic to the world. So she doesn't leave her house. She's 17 years old, and the only people she sees are her mom and her nurse. But then I think a boy moves in next door and a relationship starts with them. So this is my young adult pick. It is a fairly newer book for me, and looks like it's written in text, or like texts back and forth, or emails. So this should be a nice light read in between some maybe heavier book of the months. So that's my young adult. Let's replace the 4 of spades with a female author. And we'll put the 4 of spades back in and do some shuffling. Is anybody else participating in readathons in October? Let me know in the comments down below what readathons you're doing and what you're reading for those. I really loved Krista's and Amy's idea of reading book of the months. I was planning on reading as many as I could the rest of the year of 2022, so it just worked out perfectly that they planned this. All right, let's see what the next card is. A 6 of clubs. 6 of clubbies. Choose a prompt. So I get to choose any prompt on the board. Cool. This should be easy, right? Let's do, I know this might sound crazy, but I'm going to choose more than 400 pages because one of the prompts for the Ketchup-a-thon is to read a 500+ page book, and unfortunately none of my book of the months are 500 pages, but Kaikeyi by Vaishnavi Patel comes in pretty close at 475. So I'm going to, because it's my biggest book of the month, I'm going to count it as the 500+ pages for the cheese to add to my burger, and it fits the more than 400 page prompt that I chose off of the board. That's a fun prompt. All right, so Kaikeyi. And now I need to replace 2 prompts on here. Fun. So one of them is 2+ people on the cover. That'll go in the 6 of clubs spot. And the other is nature on the cover. That'll go in the 10 of clubs spot. I will shuffle the 6 of clubs back in. I'm also excited with Kaikei that will fit the, I think it's called Page Pusher. In the Book of the Month app, there are awards you can get, and if you read a Page Pusher this year, it helps you get a little award that probably is worth nothing, but I enjoy getting awards. Okay, moving on. 4th draw, a 5. Okay, a 5 of diamonds. I've already drawn a 5, so if I draw one more 5, that could be bad. But this is a random letter for the title. So let me get a random letter. I will record my computer screen so you can see me doing this. Need a random letter generator. Obviously I can't spell. And I'm gonna click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Is that an L or an I? And it needs to be the title. So it's an L, I guess. It's Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I'm not mad about that. This is my most recent book of the month, and I'm really excited about it. I loved Ali Hazelwood's The Love Hypothesis, one of my favorite romances, fake dating trope, and I think that this has a similar, or maybe enemies to lovers trope. Anyway, I'm gonna love it. It is about a woman in STEM. I think she has her PhD and is working and falls in love with this gentleman. That's all I know. Gonna love it, I'm sure. And it's a book of the month. So that is for my random letter. All right, let's replace the 5 of diamonds with this one, a Booktuber's TBR. I haven't seen hardly any October TBRs out yet, but I would look at maybe then a September TBR of a booktuber that I watch and pick a book from them. I'll put this 5 of diamonds back in and shuffle. And this should be my last draw. I've picked 4 books, and if I don't get another 5, it should be my last draw. Alrighty. An ace. Dang it. Ace is my TBR jar, which I just updated. I took out all the books that I have read. Unfortunately, I haven't added any new ones recently. There are some book of the month titles in there, but I doubt that we would pick one. So let me get that jar. Here it is. I will reach in and pick one. This is completely up to chance, which I'm a little bummed about, but also okay to get books read off of my physical TBR. All right, this one. I want this one. If it would be a book of the month, that'd be great. Not a book of the month. And it's very interesting because, I don't know if it'll focus on it, but it is The Interestings. This is by Meg Wolitzer. Let me grab it. This is a contemporary fiction, I believe, but I don't know much about it. There's not much on the back, but a New York Times book review says, remarkable, its inclusive vision and generous sweep place it among the ranks of books like Jonathan Franzen's Freedom and Jeffrey Gennedy's The Marriage Plot. The Interestings is warm, all-American, and acutely perceptive about the feelings and motivations of its characters. Male and female, young and old, gay and straight, but it's also stealthily, unassumingly, and undeniably a novel of ideas. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. This is a big book. 460 pages. Maybe I can find an audiobook of it. That's what the TBR chose, or the TBR jar chose for me. It's been on my shelves for a while, so I guess I'm happy to be getting it done. Let's review my TBR, and then I'm going to go over how I'm going to build my burger for the Ketchup-a-thon. So, let's see if I can remember. 4+ word title. I chose Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. For young adult, I chose Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. For choose a prompt, I chose 400 plus pages, and I chose Kaikeyi by Vaishnavi Patel. For random letter generator, I got the letter L, and I chose Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. And then the TBR jar chose for me The Interestings by Meg Wolitzer. So this is my stack. It looks pretty awesome. I'm happy that 3 out of the 5 were Book of the Month books. And now, let me tell you how I'm going to build my burger. So, first, you need the burger, right? What kind of burger are you going to have? I think the options were veggie burger, turkey burger, and beef burger, and I'm a classic beef burger gal. So the beef burger prompt was the oldest book of the month. And I looked at my app for this because I couldn't quite remember, and I didn't want to look through all of my books. And the oldest one on my shelves is Pretty Little Wife by Darby Kane. I got this one in November of 2020, and I think that's when I started my membership. So I actually can't remember if there was one before this or not. Maybe Honey Girl? When did Honey Girl come out? I don't know. Doesn't matter. This is my oldest book of the month, and this will be for my beef burger. Then for the bun, I chose a whole wheat bun. That is what I would normally go for out of the choices that were given. I think the others were sesame and rye. So whole wheat. The prompt was a BIPOC author, and one I've really been wanting to get to is Don't Cry for Me by Daniel Black. This is an epistolary novel about, now I keep forgetting, a Black father makes amends with his gay son through letters written on his deathbed in this wise and penetrating novel of empathy and forgiveness. So that is going to be my whole wheat bun. Don't cry for me. Next, for the condiments, I normally like ketchup and mayo on my burger, so we're going crazy with this. But for ketchup, I'm choosing, ketchup, the prompt is read a book with red on the cover. So I'm choosing Harlem Shuffle by Colson Whitehead. I'm just realizing how many books this is going to be. Oh well, we'll try. And if I don't build my burger to my standards, that's okay. Anyway, this will be for ketchup. And then for mayo, we need white on the cover. And this works out from my deck of TBR that I will read tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow to get some mayo on my burger. Next, the toppings I generally like on my burger are cheese, pickles, and lettuce. So for cheese, I think I already alluded to this, but the cheese prompt is a 500 plus page book, and I'm as close as I can be. Sorry, Amy and Krista, don't get mad at me. With 475, I'm choosing Kaikeyi by Vaishnavi Patel for the cheese. Then for the pickle, this is someone influenced me to buy it. And I have been influenced a lot by YouTube, but also by my sister, I think, to read Lucy Foley books. And so I'm choosing for the pickle, The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I'm most excited about this one. Extremely did not like The Hunting Party, and the guest list was just kind of meh for me, but the Paris Apartment intrigues me because I love Paris, and this is one where they're all stuck in this building, just in different rooms, and I think this sounds cool. So that'll be for my pickle. And lastly, for the lettuce, it is a go-to genre, and for me that is romance, because I can get through them fast. They are one of my favorite genres, and so for that one I can stick in Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. This will be for my lettuce. So this looks insane. But for my burger, we've got the burger, the bun, the condiments, and the toppings. This should be so much fun. Thank you to Krista and Amy for hosting the Ketchup-a-thon. I hope to participate in various sprints and the other activities that the French fries have to offer. I hope to get a large fry for that too. But let's put all the books together so you can see what I will be reading in the month of October. Ta-da! Crazy! 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 books. This might be all I can read in the month of October. I have been on a great reading streak lately, but this is a lot of books, a lot of pages, but I'm extremely looking forward to it. So if you got to this point, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. Let me know if you're taking part in any readathons, especially in the Ketchup-a-thon. I'd love to discuss various readathons and various TBRs down below. Like this video on your way out. Consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more content from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!